Hi, it's KCCK's Culture Crawl. I'm Dennis Green, and my guest today is Leslie Wright from Prairie Woods Retreat Center. Leslie, nice to have you here.
Great to be here.
This is the time of year when your facility is really busy and also beautiful.
Yes, and the rain has made everything pop.
Everything's greened up. Yeah.
You bet.
If people want to, we can talk about this as we go, but before we dive into programming, I always want to make sure that people know, as I'm sure you do too, that you can just come anytime. You don't have to go to a program. You don't have to register at the gate.
Right.
There's no ID checks.
No, we welcome walkers, sitters for that matter. There are many places to find a bench, to take a quiet moment, and to enjoy the nature all around you. You know, just as a reminder to everyone, we're 67 acres of prairie and woods tucked in Hiawatha, and we're open to all.
I was just listening to an interview about an individual who'd written a book about unplugging, about the deleterious nature that our technology has. And as you see interacting with me in real time, I love technology. I have all the technology. And yet I am thinking more and more that the rewiring it has done of my brain may not be positive in all respects.
I think for all of us, we have to remember to take the break and to nourish the quiet spaces in our soul. And so there are many ways you can find that at Prairie Woods, in a short workshop, in a retreat. We can help you find that quiet place.
If you're the kind of person who needs to put an appointment on the calendar and say, well, I'm going to go here and do this, otherwise it's not going to get done. You, of course, have a ton of programming that is available to people. So what's coming up in the next few weeks?
So some of the big things, now we're talking about into July and August because summer is a really good time to do a reset. We have a number of really powerful retreats. One is focused on transitions. I think many people are experiencing transitions right now. One of our retreats, facilitated by Kathleen Rude, is about active hope, which I think in times like these, it's good for all of us to rebuild that for ourselves. Thomas Dean and Chris Johnson are facilitating a retreat on becoming the elder tree, meaning and purpose in the second half of life. And then we have a tremendous musician, Mary Jane Knight, who's hosting a retreat in late August about reclaim your voice, reclaim yourself. And then we have smaller things. You know, we have Drum Circle this coming Sunday night from 6 to 8. Free will offering if you care to make one, but otherwise just come, sit in the circle, make some music. We have writing workshops kicking off later this summer if the writer in you needs a little coaxing. And then probably the last thing I'll mention is mindfulness-based stress reduction. We have a fabulous teacher in Chris Klug, and so we're offering information sessions in late August for people who want to learn more about the role mindfulness can play in their everyday well-being. So those are the highlights for the summer.
When I think of Prairie Woods, I think of, unplugging and getting off in the quiet space. But like a lot of us who, maybe don't have the pillars of spirituality that maybe our parents grew up with or that we grew up with, getting in touch with, it's not just about putting your phone down. The thing that you offer is, those places in our lives that at one point were maybe filled with a church community, maybe not so much anymore, or just neighbors and extended family, things that the generations before us just took for granted.
Yeah.
And yet, and we don't have that. And it's so easy to be unmoored, especially in times of stress.
Yeah. Absolutely. All are welcome. And what we hear from folks is that almost the minute they set foot in the parking lot, they feel embraced by the land, and hopefully they experience that sense of welcome from everyone at Prairie Woods. Spirituality is at the heart of all of us. You may name it a particular way, but a healthy spiritual life contributes to a healthy life. The research tells us that. And so hopefully you can find at Prairie Woods innumerable ways to plug in. And, everything from what I call the shallow entry pool, like I just want to put my toe in and see how I feel about this stuff and this place, to the way deep end, 6-day silent directed retreat, right? That takes
That's
a while.
That's a little bit of a commitment.
That takes a while to work up to. But nonetheless, the opportunities to heal, to connect with purpose, to become more resilient abound in the programming that's offered at Prairie Woods.
I am quite intrigued by the Becoming the Elder Tree seminar, because we are both of that age where retirement is looming, and I have often said to friends and family that I'm one of those people. I'm not when I hang up the microphone, I'm totally not sure who Dennis Green is anymore. So I think that there are a lot of us, maybe slightly more men than women, but not exclusively, who as they look at retiring from daily work, thinking, okay, well, what does my life look like? Who am I without that anchor to identify myself with?
And who are you called to be? Because there is a call, but sometimes we are so busy with everything going on around us, that voice doesn't quite come through. So there are many opportunities for folks to come and explore in a safe space with loving people. Who am I? What's next? What am I moving towards? Yeah.
Prairie Woods is open pretty much sunrise to sunset, late in the evening.
Here's how it works. The center itself, predictably open.
The building.
8 to 5, Monday through Friday. The land, I say, if there's light enough to see, the land is open and waiting for you. So we've got over 2.5 miles of trails. You're welcome to walk, sit, enjoy, whenever it works for you.
I know it's hard to pick a specific program, but if there was one entry, that shallow end, that entry level space that you would say to somebody who maybe is just kind of feeling a little bit of emptiness in their life, but isn't sure why. Where's a good place to start?
I would start with a day of self-renewal. Most months we offer it 3 times, a Monday, a Thursday, and a Friday. And you can experiment with different services, massage, spiritual direction, singing bowls, some yoga, some forest bathing. It's a real opportunity to sample, but also to offer yourself a quiet space. You can have a room of your own for the day. A fabulous meal is provided. If you want to just explore, that's a great start.
Your website, if people want more information, is?
www.prairiewoods.org.
Leslie, thanks so much for being here. It is a comfort to know that you, the organization, and the land is available there for anybody who wants or needs it. And come back in a few weeks. And gosh, it'll be time to talk fall programs already.
I know. Amazing.
Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
You can hear The Culture Crawl live on the radio most weekdays at 10:30, on demand at kcck.org/culture, or subscribe using your favorite podcast player. Watch our videos on the KCCK Facebook and YouTube channels. Our producer is Lydia Kilgore. The Culture Crawl theme is composed by Vivian Shanley. I'm Dennis Green, and I'll talk to you later.